Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm appleschloss. It's very nice to meet you. Thank you for clicking on my video today. As you saw in the title, we're going to be talking about a legacy challenge that I made. I find that my favorite way to play The Sims is either just building stuff or doing challenges, because otherwise it's too free form for me and I get very demotivated because I don't have any set goals. So I was starting to look at legacy challenges a couple months ago when I was like, I want to play The Sims, but I don't know what to do. I'm going to try a legacy challenge because honestly, I don't normally make it past the first generation. It's very common for me to have kids, but rarely do the kids go to live their own lives and have their own kids. That does not happen for me. It's happened now once the first time I started this legacy challenge. And today I want to attempt this legacy challenge again. So whenever I was getting interested in this, when I wanted to try to push myself to actually have children that have children, as in grandchildren, I was looking at all the legacy challenges and none of them were sparking my interest. So I made my own because that's what you do. And I decided to have it inspired by Dungeons and Dragons. I used the classes to help define the generations. So one of the generations might be inspired by a bard or by a fighter or by a, I'll show you in a second. I have it written out. But the other aspect of it that I really liked is if at any point you don't know what to do, you can just roll a dice. All right. Because you can use it to help choose what world you're going to live in, what lot you're going to, how big, anything. You could use it to do what season you started. Anything that you cannot decide on, you can just pull your dice out and roll to see what happens. You can decide on careers. You can decide on partners. You can decide, you're do I want to hate this person? I'll flip a coin, that kind of thing. And I really like that as a way of adding a little bit of randomness into the game because it's fun having to work around things that you can't control, in my opinion. So let's take a look at my D&D Legacy Challenge rule page. All right. So here she is. I will link in the description this Google Doc. I also have a Tumblr post and a Reddit post that I made about this. And there have been people who have looked at it and that makes me happy. I might bring joy to somebody else. But here we got my D&D Legacy Challenge. The rules. You must complete the given aspiration in their lifetime and you cannot change aspirations until you complete it. But if you do complete it in their lifetime, you can choose any other to work on. Determine how many generations you want to do, min 5, max 10. I didn't like that so many legacy challenges were you have to do 10 generations because what if you get demotivated, So I think for myself and for this potential series, I'm going to start with 5 and if I'm really feeling it, I'll keep going. But we're going to start with 5. Because that would be a big deal for me anyways. So then you either use dice or a random number generator to determine which generations you're going to do and in what order. For example, if you only choose to do 5 generations, you would use a 1 to 10 number generator or a D10. You can use a dice. If you don't own a D10 and you still want to use a D10, there's also virtual dice rollers online. You can find one, I promise. You would roll it 5 times. So say you got a 3, a 2, a 6, a 7, and then a 1. You would do them in that order, and those would be the different generations that you get to do. All right? If you get repeats, you re-roll, unless you really want to do it twice. But that's, Again, all rules are just like in Dungeons and Dragons. This is a piece of paper, not a cop. You can do whatever you want, okay? These are just suggested guidelines. Any traits, jobs, aspirations that are given the or feature must choose the second one if you have the pack that requires it to exist. So I did my best to make this a possible base game challenge, all right? With the exception of Realm of Magic, which is, listen, it's Dungeons and Dragons, okay? There's a lot of magic involved. So that was the only one I really couldn't find a workaround for, but every other pack is optional. I made it so that it could be just base game and Realm of Magic, which I feel opens it up to most people, okay? Especially now that the game is free. The game is free now, okay? So if you have the pack that is on the other side of the or, use the second one because I feel it fits better, but if you don't, you can use the first one. If there's no base game choice, you're welcome to substitute your own or not include that class in your generation list. Obviously. Recommended lifespan normal. That's just my personal preference, but I think I'm going to try short lifespan this time around because I think it'll help me retain my interest longer. I made a chronic mistake of my original sim. In my attempt of this, I gave her a youth potion at one point. I shouldn't have. It made me less interested. All right. I lost interest really fast after that. She should have died. Anyways, optional rules. Let's scroll down to these optional rules. If you want to play around with the spellcaster bloodline, you can continue the spellcaster abilities through multiple generations, either starting or ending with your wizard with the goal of achieving an ancient bloodline. That's just if you want to play around with that. Another option, don't use scenarios if you want a more of a challenge, because the scenarios, they give you a big freaking boost to your aspiration points, which can be real game changing in legacy challenges. But Sundays are fun to play with. Again, roll a dice / random number generator to determine which world you live in, which season you start, anything you can't decide on. Needed expansion packs, Realm of Magic. Highly suggested expansion packs / game packs. Again, you can play without one or all of them. These are the ones I suggest you have. Eco Lifestyle, Island Living, Get to Work, Get Famous, Cats and Dogs, City Living, Cottage Living, Strangerville, Outdoor Retreat, and Spa Day. What's funny is I don't even have Strangerville, okay? I don't know why I haven't bought it. I just haven't. But even I don't have Strangerville, and it's on this list of like suggested game packs. So it's not like I just made it with like, here's all my game packs. I own most of the game, like most of the packs, to be fair, but there's some that I just have. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna ever buy vampires. I did buy werewolves though. I really liked the stuff that came with werewolves. I don't like the inconvenience of vampires, okay? That's just me. Let's go on to the generation possibilities, okay? You would just go 1 being druid, 2 being rogue, 3 being fighter. So they're not numbered, but just, 1, 2, 3, 4, countdown. Generation option number 1, druid. Traits, loves the outdoors, family-oriented, vegetarian, or green fiend, depending on if you have eco lifestyle or not. Career, gardener or conservationist. Aspiration, freelance botanist, or country caretaker. You see a lot of options here, a lot of ors. Again, if you don't have the pack, I always list the pack, which I'm proud of myself for. If you don't have eco lifestyle, you choose vegetarian. If you don't have island living, you choose gardener. Okay, you get it? All right, I'm not going to explain that. I won't explain it again, I promise. Goals / rules for the druid generation. Max the gardening and herbalism skill. Complete the frog collection or insect collection. Buy the super green thumb reward from the reward shop. Adopt at least 1 pet. Have the lot challenge simple living and create at least 2 hybrid planes. All right. Notice there's some things you can't do if you don't have certain packs. If you don't have cats and dogs, you don't have to adopt a pet. Congratulations. That's just kind of how it rolls. You can kind of, if you want to adapt that, you can. But not all of them are like that. Generation option number 2, rogue. Traits, kleptomaniac, loner, and then erratic or paranoid. Career, criminal. Aspiration, chief of mischief. Goals / rules. Max the mischief skill. Have at least 3 stolen furniture pieces in your home. Have at least 1 person that's your enemy. Befriend 1 of the land grabs, and then live in at least 3 different house / plots or apartments in your lifetime. Which that one I find kind of fun. Like, you gotta move around. Most of the time people don't, but like, you gotta move around a little bit, Third generation option, we got fighter. Traits, ambitious. Hates children, and then active or adventurous, depending on if you have snowy escape. Career, manual laborer or military. Aspiration, bodybuilder or extreme sports enthusiast. And then goals / rules for this generation. You must max the fitness skill, have at least 1 room in your house to be a dedicated gym, and eventually have at least 3 different fitness or wellness items in there. Go to your local gym at least once a week. You must maintain good fitness, buy and own a bike, and then live in either Strangerville or Mount Komorebi. I mean, if you don't have either of those, you could also do Oasis Springs. I feel like that has similar Strangerville vibes, but the military thing just felt right for a fighter. I don't even have Strangerville though, so my guy will live in Mount Komorebi. If I get a fighter, I might roll those today too. Generation option number 4, we got wizard. Traits, snob, bookworm, and then ambitious or high maintenance. Career, writer. Aspiration, spellcraft, and sorcery from Realm of Magic. This is where and then goals / rules. Max the writing skill. Become a rank 5 spellcaster. Collect all 10 wands and 5 broomsticks. Have at least an uncommon familiar. You must pass on your spellcaster bloodline, so you have to have at least 1 biological child. Option number 5, artificer. Traits, genius, perfectionist, creative, or maker. Career, freelance programmer / engineer. Aspiration, nerd brain or master maker. Goals and rules. Max the fabrication skill, handiness skill, and robotics skill. Must have the lot challenge gremlins. Complete the metals collection. Fully upgrade at least 2 appliances in your house. And then once you do this, you can get rid of the gremlins lot challenge. And buy the mentor reward from the reward store and teach at least 1 skill to 1 of your children. Generation option number 6, monk. Traits, active, self-assured, and then bro or insider. Career, secret agent. Aspiration, master chef. Goals and rules. Max the cooking and charisma skills. Must move out to live on your own once you're a young adult. Live in a house with only 64 tiles or less until you have 1 kid. And if you have tiny home, you can use the tiny home, like the tiny house benefits. Buy the seldom sleepy reward from the reward store, and then have at least 3 kids, which you can adopt. Option number 7, barbarian. Traits, hot-headed, bro, and glutton. Career, athlete, aspiration, bodybuilder. Goals and rules. Max the video gaming skill and fitness skill. Buy the gym rat reward from the reward store. Get the Roughhousing Encouraged Neighborhood Action Plan. Go visit your local bar at least once a week, and then must meet your significant other at a bar. Option number 8, Cleric. Traits, good, clumsy, and then neat or squeamish. Career, doctor. Aspiration, purveyor of potions. Goals and rules. Max the logic skill and gourmet cooking skill. Must adopt at least one child. You cannot cheat on your spouse. If you have this sim as a child, they must get good grades in school. Befriend at least one ghost, and then don't have any enemies or negative relationships with other sims. I think that one's a little more, it's got some exciting stuff to it. Number 9, Bard. Traits, non-committal, goofball, materialistic, or self-absorbed. Career entertainer. Aspiration party animal. Max at least 2 of the music skills, guitar, singing, piano, pipe, organ, or violin. Max the mixologist skill. Write at least 2 songs. You cannot get married, and you need to become a B-list celebrity. And finally, we have number 10, which I chose to be Ranger. Traits, love the outdoors, slob, and then outgoing or freegan. Career, none, so you must live off the land, or fisherman from island living. Aspiration, the curator. Goals and rules, max the fishing and handiness skills, complete the fishing collection, can only have 1 close friend, own and care for a cow plant, buy the observant reward from the reward shop, and then if you have this generation as a child, you must go through the scouting career and get at least Pegasus Scout. So there's obviously other classes that I didn't do, like I didn't do Paladin, I didn't do Sorcerer or Warlock, like there was some that I just couldn't find enough differences for. You know, I was still trying to mold it to the Sims, so there was only so many options that I could do, but I'm really happy with the ones that I made. Again, if you're interested in this, I will link it in the description. You guys can check out the Google Docs for yourself, play through it, have a little bit of fun. Let me know if you do and what generations you get. But today we're gonna do 2 more things. First of all, I'm gonna roll to see what my 5 generations are gonna be, and then 2, we're gonna make the sim to start us all off. I do think I'm gonna start with no money, which you normally do with the legacy challenge, but like you don't have to, but I think I'm gonna, because it's a little more fun to start with no money, you know what I mean? We are gonna use real people dice, and by that it's just because I think it's fun. You know what, I've been using these ace dice a lot. I'm gonna get my rainbow dice out because they don't get enough love. I'll show you how pretty they are in a second. I gotta get a D10. This is what a D10 looks like. All right, so we're gonna roll. You're just gonna have to trust me on this one. First one we got is a 3. Okay, let me just number 3, which was fighter. Gen 1. Fighter. Wait, we got a 0, which is a 10. I'm silly. We got a 0. That's a 10. I was like, 0's a 1. So 10 is ranger. All right. I got a 4. Okay. Number 4 was, I think, wizard. It is wizard. All right. Number 6. 6 is monk. Okay. And then very last one. Let's see what we get. We got a 1. All right. And that's my druid, ain't it? Frick yeah, it is. We got our generation list right there. Okay. So now let's head on over into Create a Sim and let's make my fighter. All right. All right. We're here in Create a Sim. So I will say 9 times out of 10, I start with a girl because girls are fun. But I'm going to use a dice to determine if they are one of 3 things. They're either going to be a she, her, a he, him, or they, them. 1 and 2 will be she, her. 3 and 4 will be he, him, and then 5 and 6 will be they, them. Okay. Pwah. We got a 1. All right. Girl it is. We're going to make a fun sim today. I took all my custom content off because I decided I don't want to play with it. I don't know. Sometimes I just get, like, mods make it too much, almost. Honestly, she cute. All right, let's give her a nice hairstyle. I do feel like an updo is like the right choice to make. All right, I'm feeling this now. So the problem is I normally pick a lot of outfits. Like I do like 3 outfits per because it's just my joy. And I feel like y'all don't want to sit through that. So I will come back to you once the outfits are chosen, okay? All right, here we are. We're going to start with outfit number 1. We're just going to go through them all and show you what I did. We got Skylar here. Outfit number 1. Number 2 and number 3. I do like going with styled looks sometimes, which is what number 1 or 2 is, because they're cute. They put them together for me. Next option, we got our 2 formal looks. She's definitely a suit girl. She looks fantastic in this one. Number 3, athletic wear, very important because that's a big part of her as a person. We got that option. We got this option. And we got this option. I love crop tops. And she got nice waist. She's very cute. We got some sleepwear here. Basic stuff. She's not a fancy girl. If it's comfy, it's sleepwear. All right. We got our party looks. We got 2 of them here. This one. I love this one. And then this one. I also love this one. Very cute. Swimwear. We got 3 looks here. Like Jenna Marbles. That one. And that one. All sorts of options. Hot wear. I love that outfit. This one's really cute. And then this one, also really cute. Cold, got that one, and that one. All right, now we still got to give her her traits. You guys can't see them, so hang on. I have been moved. All right, her traits are as follows. She has to have the aspiration extreme sports enthusiast, which is under athletic. Next, we got to give her traits. We got ambitious, hates children, which will be a bit difficult to pass on having children, but we're gonna do it. And then adventurous is our other one. All right. This is Skylar. I love them. I love them very much. Now we're gonna slap them down in Mount Komorebi. I can say it, I promise. Ooh, we can utilize a D4 here to determine what season we're gonna roll in. We got a 4, that's winter, baby. Yes, Emily, I know what to do. We are going to Mount Komorebi. And we're gonna start with an empty lot. Because we could live there. We don't want to do that. That's too easy. Although it will be winter, it's gonna be a little cold, and that's okay. Continue, Emily. Chill your titties, baby. Emily's like, dog, that's an empty lot. Do you know that you're putting yourself on an empty lot? And I'm like, yes, I do know, thanks. I felt like 18,000 is too much, but we are gonna give her at least a tiny little house. No thanks. 32 tiles, perfect. This is our house here. Let's make it real simple. I just wanted her basically to not die. You know what I'm saying? I don't want her to die because it's cold out. We're gonna give her the basics real quick, okay? I just want a simple starter house. I don't want anything crazy. I don't want her to live immediately in the lap of luxury. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna give her a basic bed. All right, I like this one. I feel like it fits with her vibes. I feel like we need like 1 piece of fitness equipment because I feel like she would prioritize that, but we do need like the frickin' basic counters and stuff. We probably don't even need 2. That's too many counters, you know? There, she got a punching bag. And then let's give her a tiny little table somewhere. We're gonna go like that. And honestly, if I have enough money for a fire detector and a thermostat. Okay, we're doing pretty good. Do I have enough money for another counter? I frickin' do. All right, we got $35 left. Okay. All right, I'm gonna save. And that's where the first episode's gonna end, all right? So thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, let me know. You know, give me a thumbs up, comment, subscribe. That's how this transaction works, okay? That's how we communicate with each other. I give you video, you give me validation, all right? I would love it though. I'd love to talk to you guys. If you've ever done a legacy challenge, let me know. I'd love to, how'd it go? How far did you get? What do you think of this legacy challenge? Are you tempted to try it? If you do, tell me how that goes too. Do you want to see more of this legacy challenge? I don't know, maybe. But that is all, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye!